Well, hello, folks. Good evening. It's the vest versus the rest. Yes, I've got the double blue vest on, not the double denim of Cliff Richard, but I've got the double blue vest on. It's late at night. Erin does is in bed, which means I can wear it. She doesn't know I've got it on. I've had it on under my clothes. I'm all sorted now. She doesn't like me wearing it. And I've got some selections for tomorrow. You may be bothered. You may not. I'm recording it later, getting it out early, because I did not fancy much at all. I've only looked in the last hour. It's never been as easy to pick them. But although I've picked them, I think they've got a chance. But I'm not massively confident. When I heard that the meetings we had on tomorrow, I thought, oh, fantastic, it sounds great. I'd not looked all week at the decks. I've only looked an hour ago and I'm really disappointed. Small fields, crap prices, bit poor. But I've done the best I can with what I can. I'm sorry that you're getting this in the bins. I'll need it to read in a minute. What I've done, I think I've gone for just 3 races at Haydock, I think it is. Or the 3 at Ascot. I don't know where they're at. Haydock. 3 at Haydock, I think I've gone for. Don't forget what we do. We settle everything at SP and we do everything with Sky Bet. Sky were giving better places, certainly in one of the races. I think they've got 6 places in one race. And then I've done some each way trebles there, and then I've done a win treble at the end. Anyway, let me get into it. Let me tell you what I've done. Right, 225 at Haydock. 225 at Haydock. I'll give them in race card order. Number 3, Harbour Lake. That's number 3, Harbour Lake. Number 9, Navajo Indy. Number 9, Navajo Indy. And number 11, Ace of Spies. That's number 11, Ace of Spies. When I put the bet on in the last sort of half an hour, 40 minutes, these were the prices with 365. Harbour Lake was 33 to 1. Navajo Indy was 7 to 1. Ace of Spades was 15 to 2. I called it Ace of Spies. It's Ace of Spades. Let me put me right, just I got him in my ear then. Ace of Spades, 15 to 2. So 33 to 1, 7 to 1, 15 to 2. On that race, Sky are paying 6 places. That's 6 places with Sky. Okay? In the 3 o'clock at Haydock. Number 2, Highticker Laws. Number 2, Highticker Laws. Again, in the last hour, that was 7 to 2 with 365. Both companies are paying 2 places. Only 5 in the race. Let's hope there's no non-runner. If there is, it'll butcher me completely. So we've got 2 places there. And finally, in the 335 at Haydock, we've got 2 in this. We've got number 4, Duke of Deception. That's number 4, Duke of Deception. And number 6, Confusion, spelt with a K. Number 6, Confusion. Duke of Deception was 10s and Confusion was 13 to 2. Now what I've done, I've put them on with Sky because of the extra places. I've taken SP on Harbour Lakes. It was 22 with Sky. It's 33 with 365. I think it'll come in from 33s and hopefully it won't go below 22s. But if it's 80s, 20, 22s, I'll take it. I'm not going to take the 22 to 1 tonight in the hope that it stays out at 33s, though I don't think it will. Navajo Indy was about 6.5 to 1, so I took that. I think Ace of Spades was 7s as opposed to 15 to 2. I took that. Hayticker Laws, they played 2 places like 365, so I took the 7 to 2. Confusion, 13 to 2 with 365. I might have took 6s with Sky. Duke of Deception was 8 to 1 with Sky as opposed to 10s. I've let that run. I'm taking SP in the hope it stays out there, though I don't think it will. Right, you've got 6 1-point each way trebles. That's 6 1-point each way trebles. That comes to 12 points. I'll give you the other bet now, and then I'll give you the reasoning behind that first bet. I've got one more bet. It's a 2-point treble, a 2-point win treble. They're all favourites, these. Well, one's the second favourite, isn't it? Yes, it is. In the 210 at Punchestown, is it Punchestown? I think it is. We're going Lossiemouth there. Lossiemouth is 2 to 5. In the 240, I think it's at... Is it Ascot? I think it's at Ascot. Is it Woodhow? The Gordon Elliott horse. That was 10 to 11. Just short of even money, 10 to 11. And again, in the 3 o'clock at Haydock, Highticker Laws. That is a 2-point win treble. Lossiemouth fell away a little bit back end of last year, but I can't see it getting turned over tomorrow. Woodoo looked great all last year, apart from its last race when I think it was beaten by Lossiemouth and still ran a great race. It's in a hard race tomorrow. I can't be sure that'll win, but if it reproduces its form from last year, I would fancy it strongly. Haytical Laws, for all its second favourite to Grey Dawning, I fancy it strong. I know, it's a slightly shorter distance than it would like. It's a thorough stayer, and the mud isn't going to be really flying tomorrow at Haydock. The weather at the moment's all right here. I'm near Haydock now. It's not got any worse as the day's gone on. In fact, it's probably got better. But I fancy Haytical Laws. I really, really do. I think it can win the race tomorrow. So that's a 2-point win treble. With the other 12 points, that's 14 points on. So we're staking 14 points. Right, going back to the each-way treble, the reason for that is the prices are crap. Apart from Arbor Lake, the prices are crap. 7 to 1, 15 to 2, 7 to 2, 13 to 2 and 10 to 1. I was going to do some cross doubles. I can't find enough horses in other races than the 225 because there's no big field, so I've gone for 3 in that. I fancied 2 in the 335. I couldn't fancy 2s and 3s in individual races. I couldn't find any horses over 10 to 1 that I really, really liked. Just couldn't find them. So I picked up on something that I first seen Connor 500 do 2 or 3 years ago now. He's got a leg to turn the doubles to trebles. He picks a horse that he's absolutely certain will come in the place money. Did they call it a bad each way? And tries to turn a double into a treble. That's what I've done with Haytical Laws. I cannot see it being out the first 2. I just cannot see it at all. I'd be amazed. Well, not amazed. Handstands will probably get in the first 2 now, but I can't see Haytical Laws out the first 2, and I think it can win the race. So I'm putting that in there. If it wins, great, but I've got second place as a second prize. That'll do me for the each-way trebles. So that's in there, and my idea is it bumps up the prices of the smaller prices. If there were doubles, we're not going to get a lot back, but on each-way treble, we're going to get more back. So that's what I've done. And weirdly, the 3 horses I fancied the most are Haytical Laws. That's only second favourite in a 5-horse race. Duke of Deception at 10s. I like that horse. But the one I really like, and it sounds weird to say this, I'm probably going to beg on my face here, is Arbor Lake. Arbor Lake at 33s, I nearly fell over. Now, I know it's carrying more weight than it's carried for a long, long, long time. It might be the most it's ever carried. I know it's getting on a bit now. It's not that old, but it's older than some. But it's virtually never out the first 3 or 4, or very, very, very rarely. I've got 6 places to play with. I think if it stands up, it makes first 6. I said that about an horse last weekend. That came nowhere if memory serves. But I fancy it in the first 6. And at 33s, I think that's a good bet on its own. If you can get a price, if you can get that price anywhere, I think 365 are paying 5 places for 33s. I think that's a good bet. I really think it is. So that's what we were with, folks. We've got 6 each-way trebles and 1 win treble. 14 points on. Let's see how we do tomorrow. I hope you have some joy. I'm now going to do a bit more. What time is it now? It's getting on for 12 o'clock now. I'm going to do another hour picking some horses for the old ITV7 play spot tomorrow. See how that does. Right, I love you and leave you. Have a good night. Thanks for listening. If you bet any of these, I hope we do well. If you don't, then I'm sorry. If you don't fancy them that much, or you fancy only a couple there, pick the couple that you fancy. Do them win, do them each way, do whatever suits you. But all I will say is, when it comes to me settling the bets tomorrow on the channel, which is something I mentioned in the message early on, the ramble, I will be settling, as I've told you there, I'll be settling for place terms with Sky, and I'll be settling SP. That way, you know where I'm at, you know the figures I'm giving you are legit and genuine and above board, and there can be no confusion whatsoever. Okay, folks, I love you and leave you, and I'll catch up with you again probably tomorrow night, I would imagine. If not, definitely Sunday, but I'm trying for tomorrow night. As I say, I've got 2 grandkids here tomorrow, so time's going to be of the essence, but we'll see what we can do.